A wide variety of Jewish religious groups. Is there some kind of council where representatives meet and discuss a cohesive response to current events? No, not at all. In fact, this is true of almost every religion. There are very few that are hierarchical anymore. And in fact, the lack of cohesiveness is much older than the separation of church and state. There were definitely sovereigns certainly by the Renaissance, even in the Middle Ages, who didn't necessarily pay as much attention to the instructions of the Pope of Rome as a lot of people think. But in any event, among the Jews, we have not had that kind of cohesiveness, nor could we. First of all, we are not the state religion of any state, so there's no coercive power. The state of Israel is not a religiously based state. It has no particular religious significance. Orthodox Jews, such as myself, do not acknowledge alternative forms of Judaism, such as conservative Judaism or Reform Judaism, as being a form of Judaism. We consider these to be different religions, and any objective analysis of their tenets and practices would lead to the same conclusion. It doesn't mean people who are associated with these groups are not Jewish. It just means that their religion is not Judaism. Even within religious Judaism or Orthodox Judaism, there are many, many groups that have different customs and outlooks. There are religious Zionists, there are religious Jews who are not religious Zionists as such, but for whom Zionism is an important component of their religious belief. There are Orthodox Jews for whom Zionism is not ideologically meaningful, but as in my case, the safety of Jewish people anywhere, including in Israel, is paramount. Some Orthodox Jews who are antagonistic toward the state of Israel because of its irreligious aspects, a very deep topic that I'm not going to go into here, and I'm not necessarily the best qualified to address anyway. And there are a very slim proportion of very aggressively anti-Zionist Jews who are considered to really be outside the pale, even by many members, or even most members of this previous category, those who are offended by Zionism, but are not pro-Palestinian, because they recognize that Palestinians, and in particular their manifestation as Hezbollah or Hamas or other terrorist organizations or people who participate in terrorism, are vicious murderers. Now that's just on the axis of Zionism. Now the fact is, among Orthodox Jews, the vast majority of other issues are ones in which we agree in terms of our kosher diet and the holidays that we observe and relations of men and women. But again, there are variations. We don't coordinate. Even among Jews, we can't. Even among a given congregation, we don't coordinate. And anyone who claims to speak on behalf of the Jews is every bit as mistaken, although for different reasons, as someone who claims that the Jews do this or the Jews do that. There is no consensus among Jews on virtually anything. I could go much further into this, but I think that basically answers Random Normie's first question. Second,